How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good. I'm good.
What was the conversation amongst you guys in the locker room after the first half?
Just to go out there and enjoy ourselves. I think we were playing a little uptight, trying to make sure that every single thing was perfect, and I think that's when we were not at our best. So JB was just like, go out there, have fun, and play our basketball.
I think everybody understands how important Donovan is to you guys and how talented he is. But his performance tonight, It hasn't happened as much since the All-Star break.
Right.
When he does what he did tonight, what does that do for the rest of you guys?
Right. It makes it easier for all of us. I know we can talk about his points. He always scores a lot of points, but he had 8 assists tonight. Getting everybody else the ball, keeping the offense moving, it just got everybody involved, and it made it easier.
Daryl. Jarrett, you guys found the mojo there in the third quarter.
Right.
Took control of the game and didn't let up. What was, I guess, the difference there? In the first half, JB has said you guys were getting looks but not making shots. But just what was the difference in that third quarter that allowed you to take control of the game?
One, I think we started playing faster. I think that opened up a lot of things for us, transition, all of that. And just passing the ball to each other. I think we ended the first half with 7 assists, and then third quarter came, and we probably had more than 7 assists in just the third quarter alone. So just moving the ball, playing faster, and playing with more force.
And how do you guys, with 2 games left, obviously a big game Friday night, but how do you, as a team, really kind of find it here in these last 2 games so you go into the playoffs on the trajectory that you feel you need to?
I feel like we have to treat this next game like a playoff game. They're in the seedings where it very well could be a playoff game. So we have to lock in before the game, make sure that we get our film, take care of our bodies, do all that. That's a given. But when game time comes, we have to lock in and settle in on what makes us a good team and go out and play.
Jamie.
Mentioned that you guys came out a little uptight. I think that was your word.
Right.
When that happens, why do you think that happens?
It's getting towards the end of the season. We lost a couple games in a row. We want to go into the playoffs with high spirits. It just happens it happens to everybody. When something's so right in front of you and you want it so bad, you start getting uptight about it. So we just got to loosen up.
You mentioned Friday's playoff atmosphere game could actually end up being a playoff game. How often are you guys checking the standings this type of year to see where you guys might end up?
Me personally, I'm not checking it too much. I know probably everybody else is on top of it. I know our coaches are definitely on top of it. The Jumbotron is on top of it. I saw them put it up there a couple times. So I think everybody's locking in to see where we're going to be. It's just that time of year. One game could mean the whole difference in terms of how far you go in the off season. But yeah, I can't speak for everybody else.
Nate.
Hey, Jarrett, when Donovan looks better and then he said he's feeling better, what does that do for confidence and morale?
It boosts it. You never want to see your teammates hurt, or at least playing hurt. He didn't look like himself being out there a couple games ago, but I think some time off, some time away helped his body recover, helped his mental recover to come back and be the Donovan that we know.
Does tonight change or boost your kind of belief that he can be closer to himself for the playoffs?
We all know that Donovan's going to come in the playoffs and he's going to play at a high level. I had no doubt coming in that he's going to be himself. We were talking about it. We were saying that we're going to find a way. No matter what happens, no matter how he's feeling, we're going to find a way to make it work.
Joe?
What would it mean to you guys to see him take off and attack the rim? Maybe rip one of his dunks, something like that.
Right. Everybody wants to see that. When you get a big dunk, everybody's going to get hyped off of that, especially Donovan. He brings so much of a crowd to him, and I know if he does that, it's going to be over 3 people, and that's just going to get everybody else going.
Is there like a, obviously we're all talking a lot about this, but would there be like a bigger picture thing to see him play at that speed?
Yeah, everybody's going to have a big play like that every now and then. We know Donovan's capable of it. It's not like it's going to be world-changing for us like it's in the clips, It's just going to be like, it's a great play. It's a great play by Donovan.
Speaking of big dunks, Jarrett, your dunk in the third quarter was kind of the catalyst of that run.
Right.
And then the bench got the technical celebration.
Right.
Could you feel an energy shift and momentum shift after that play?
We can feel it coming up to that play. Like you said, I think it was a catalyst to keep us going. I thought the tech was on me for a second for hanging on the rim. I got a little scared. It's a lot of money. But, the whole bench was getting into it. And then I don't know if we came down and scored again, but it just felt like the energy just compiled on top of each other.
And obviously, I've never been in a position to post-drive someone like that. But when you get a dump-off pass from Darius in transition, do you kind of know what's going to happen to the guy standing in the room, or is that just a consequence of how being in the wrong spot at the wrong time?
You know it's going to happen, and I've been in that guy's position, and you know it's going to happen to you. It's a part of the game. You're just out of position. It's 3-on-1. The best thing you can do is just make a basketball play.